blast of a time. Super bright outside right now. It's 4:35 currently for us right now. Feeling really cool, actually. Feels like about 70 or 60. No, it's not 60, but it's at least in the 70s. I know it really can't be anything above 75. I know that's the truth. I know that is the truth. Oh my goodness. Giving us a nice little walk so far for the time of being. Having us a good time. Going right there. Your local Kins. I love the way you changed that. What's up, twin? I saw your post about saying that you weren't gonna be on too much. So I do appreciate you joining in and being the first one in. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Okay, Vibes does it with the wave. What's up? Yo. Is it hello? Says yo. You were first. Steve Walbeck says hi. Says gotta go. Just wanted to say hi. Appreciate it. It says yo dog. What's good, Bobby? How we doing, my guy? Says yeah. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with a lot. Yeah, I heard that. I did. I'm sorry you're going through that. I'm sorry about the drama too, but at least you're safe here for the time of being, for as long as you want to stay, or as long as you can stay. You know what I mean? Been a while since I've done this. It's been a few days since I've done this chat messages. It says, "Thank you for liking the name." Of course. It's pretty cool though. It's like you're local. It's nice. It says not too bad. Yeah, y'all, like I said, it truly has been a few days since I've read y'all's messages, so it's about time that we do so. It says, how are you? I'm doing good, man. I know that I have to go back to work tonight, so now I'm finally going to get back into the groove of going overnights again, so this is about to be a blast of a time. It says, how was your day? Considering I had yesterday night off and Saturday morning off too, it's been phenomenal. It really hasn't been bad at all. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time. But I am so ready to go back to work. I'm one who cannot just sit at the house, because if he does sit at the house, then it's a whole fiasco of a show. And I'm not one who can do that, so I just have to go somewhere. I have to be at work. I have to be doing something, y'all. I have to be doing something. Yo. Does this say Kyanat? Is that how you say it? Kyanat, I guess is how you say it. Yo, what's up? It says you have great energy. Yo, I appreciate that. Hi, greetings from Mexico. Nice. Love that. Hola, ¿cómo estás, mi amigos? See, my phone is about to die. Uh-oh. It says you look handsome. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. It says, how's your day been? My day's been really good. Like I said, I had last night off for Friday, and I also had today off for Saturday morning, so I'm going back to work tonight, so I'm ready to go back to work. So there we go. It's been a while since I've been at work. At least that's what it feels like anyways. I know it's only been a day, but it feels like more than a day. My goodness, y'all. We finally got some good lighting going, so that's cool. It says, oh, sorry, I must have joined after you said that. You're good. You're good. It says, you look good. Thank you. It says, can you end this in what? And then Roger says, hi, what's up? What's up, Roger? How we doing? It says, can I end this? What do you mean? It says, OMG, hey, I'm back. It's Ava. What's up, Ava? How we doing? It says, OMG, you did well. Haha, appreciate it. I did doble de clase de video. 2 años. So, what is it? ¿Por qué? Poquito español. Let me see here. It says, sup, what's up, Kiara? It says, you're so cute. Okay, thank you. It says, I'm on my sister's account. Nice. Yo, Corinne says hi. Says, you're so lucky you have light eyes. I have dark ones. Yeah, I love my light eyes. They're pretty sweet. But I'm always adjusting to the sun and I'm sneezing constantly. Have I been having a good day so far? I have indeed. Can I have a shout out? My name is Sloppy. What kind of name is that? What? Yo, Puka Puka says hi. Blake says hi, bro. What's good, y'all? How are y'all doing today? I see that we have been gaining a lot of subscribers from that one YouTube short. That one YouTube short has gotten over 268,000 views. It's actually insane. Lexi Pierre says hi. Yo, Puka says I'm good. It says, do I play Overwatch 2? I do not, believe it or not. It says I'm good. It says, please sing happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carter. Happy birthday to you. It says, why are you being mean? My parents named me Sloppy. Hey, I'm just asking a question as to why they named you that. I kind of feel that. It says, hey, what am I doing? I'm just reading some of y'all's comments, if I'm being honest with you. That's really all I'm doing. That is literally all I'm doing, is just reading y'all's comments today. I'm not doing too much. It says, yay, thank you. Yep, you're welcome. You're welcome, yo. Then what's my name? My name's Brandon. That's what my name is. It says, yo, what's good? What's good, Jaden? How are we doing, my guy? It says, happy birthday. It says, hope your dreams and wishes get fulfilled. Yeah. Blake says, I'm good. It says, happy birthday to you. There you go. Let me see here. It says, I'm good. It says, no one acknowledged me today, so thank you so much. You've made my day. Absolutely. Why would nobody acknowledge you on your birthday? That's kind of crazy. Like, I think birthdays are the only days that you really should, like, expect to be acknowledged. You know what I mean? It says, great. Nice to meet you. It's my first time here. Since it's your first time here, if you're liking what you're seeing, be sure you subscribe. Be sure you leave a like. Continue commenting like you usually do. And go from there. Yo, Rant says hi. It says, hi, what are your name? My name's Brandon. It says, what am I doing? I'm reading y'all's comments. That's all I'm doing. It says, hi. Tammy says, hi, Tammy. It says, I have no idea what I want to watch. I have no idea what I want to watch today. I think my friends don't care about me, though. I wouldn't go as far as to say, I'm sure they do. Nice hair, thank you. It says, you're cool, appreciate that. It says, bro, last year on my birthday, my dad didn't even wish me happy birthday, so that made me upset. He was, yikes. Yo, Goat says, what's up? Let's see here. It says, he does drugs and other stuff. Yikes. Says, hi. Says, hi, I subscribe and like. Thank you so much. Tolek Dog, is that how you say it? Nice. Says, your name is Brandon, I love to sleep. I do love to sleep. Blazing Flame Christian Channel says, hi, what's good, my guy? Bailey says, I'm new. Since you're new, I'll read comments most of the time. Sometimes I do Blookit. Sometimes like Kahoot, like different things like that. But yeah. It says, I don't even have birthdays. It says, hi, Devin. What's up? What's up, Devin? Cool name, by the way. It says, sorry for you. Yeah, I know, that's a bummer, y'all. Yo, Jamie. Jamie says, hi. What's up, Jamie? It says, cool. It says, time to count my lives. You can count those, bro. I'm not counting them today. I know you were in a bunch of lives. You were in a bunch of them. You can count them yourself today. It says, good. It says, what car should I make for the edit? Of the edit? BMWs are pretty good. The Series 500, go with that. A BMW Series 500. Let me see here. It says, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, y'all. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it says, is that Brandon? Yes, it is. It says, is this a TikTok thing? No TikTok thing. I don't know anything about a TikTok thing. It says, sure. It says, today someone opened my car while I was in. Oh my god, I was so scared. I would be too. It says, I've seen this where people ask streamers what car to make in an edit. It says, I'm subbing. Appreciate that. Thank you for the subscription. It says, sing your favorite song, Daria. Rockstar fan, what's good, my guy? Sing my favorite song. It goes like, great Jehovah, ruler of everything, our defender. You are the most high king. It goes something like that. Let's see here. It says, is this your house? I mean, it might as well be. I mean, my God, I do every live in here for the most part. Let's see here. It says, how long have I been live stream? That's a good question. For a few months now. Dracula does a 99.99. Nice. It says, well, it's better than my singing, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't sing very much, but yeah, that's about how it goes. It's like, ruler of everything. It's if I tried. Let's see here. This is cool. It says 58 lives, boy. Good Lord. Rebecca says, hi, I'll subscribe. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. It says, OMG, you have a beautiful voice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, y'all. It says, hey, bro, what's good, Sharon? It says, ruler of everything. Oh, it's called Great Jehovah. Yeah. Yeah, ruler of everything. Yeah, it's Great Jehovah by Indiana Bible College is the song that I'm taking it from. Let's see here. Riley says, hi, what's up, Riley? How are we doing today? Says, oh, yeah. See, y'all have heard it before. Y'all have heard me sing it before. Says, bro, sorry, I gotta go. Thank you so much for joining in. It says, I like and subscribes. Love that. Thank you so much for the subscription, y'all. It really helps. We're almost to 2,000. Can you believe it? We're at almost 1,800, I think. We're doing pretty good. It says, good. It says, what's up? It says, unsubscribing to you right now. Cool. Thank you so much. It says, hi. Olivia says, hi, what's up? I don't know why they would subscribe and then unsubscribe. Like, what? This is, what is my full-time job? My full-time job is being a team lead over at Walmart. Let's see here. It says, what should I do if a girl keeps copying me at school? Brother, that means she likes you, my guy. I'm just saying. Yo, Gigi says, hi. It says, my bad. I'm subscribing to you right now. I 6 to say unsubscribe. I was like, okay. Gigi says, hi. Hi. It says, I skipped the full game for this. Nice. I just subscribed. Thank you for the subscription. Want to go? No, I do not want to play that. It says, Gigi, I just subscribed. Shout outs to Riley for subscribing. Thank you so much for that. It says, you are bad. Cool. It says, do I think interracial marriage is good for our society? That's a question I don't really like to answer. I mean, to each their own on that one. To each their own opinion on that one. See, have I watched Murder Drones? If I haven't, I recommend it. Nice. It says, do you know how to help me? Help you with what? It says, bro, this stream is really good. I appreciate that. Thank you. It says, I think you're a nice guy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see here. It says, what's your opinion? Like I said, my opinion doesn't really matter. I mean, for societal sakes, I mean, we have gays and homos getting married to each other. I can't say anything. Just as long as you don't enforce that lifestyle on me, then I don't care what you do. You know what I mean? Do I think world profiteering is good for the society? I'm not for war, but like, if it has to happen, it has to happen. Do I know what it means if someone keeps on bullying me at school repeatedly? Do they like me? Depends on the situation. It says, Judy, don't be cruel. I'll report you. It says, at you living in your mom's basement? Yeah, sure. Yo, Cross Forever says, hello. It says, my phone is gonna RIP from battery because it's at 3%. Uh-oh, it says, subscribe to you. It says, yeah, you are. I'm just joking. Nice, y'all. It says, where am I from? I am from Texas, deep in the heart of Texas. Doreen says, hi. It says, bro, 10 views, that's crazy. Haven't seen that in a while, in a nice way. Yeah, no, for real, though. For real. One of my lives hit like 60. Yeah, 60 people in it at one point. It was pretty sweet. It says, bye, bro, I sub. Thank you so much, Sharon, for the subscription. Thank you. It says, I gotta go by. It says, this ain't Texas. Woo! Don't get me started on that song. It says, hey, Lil, I told you to do. I don't feel so good, but more higher than you kind of forgot, Lil. Hot, nice, okay. Don't know what that means, but cool. This is, we're all enjoying the live stream, except for a certain group of people. You know who I'm talking about, right? It says, can you shout me out? Shout outs to Mason. Thank you so much for joining in. It says, hi again. What's up, Kiera? Says lol. It says what's my favorite colors? Love the cyan color blue and I love the dark blue. So there you go. It says most of black people agree with interracial marriage. Okay. It says I'm surprised you don't have as many sons as Mr. Beast. Come on, y'all. Don't hype me up that much. You know good and well I'm not that good. Yo, Riley. Riley says hi. Says hi. Can you say my name, please? It's Alina. Does that say Alina? And if you do, I'll sub and like. Shout outs to Alina. Nice. Love that. Angela says hi. Says bro, I'm talking to you. Bye. By the way, I sub. Again, I said thank you. Says thanks for answering. Of course, it says what's my ethnicity. Let me see here. Shemaha. Shemaya, is that how you say it? Shemaya, something like that. Says yes. Says Dio Lucas says hi. Angel says hi. Says Irish. No, my guy. I'm straight American, and that's it. I mean, I have a little bit of Dutch in me, but that's about it. Says house tour next video. By the way, maybe. Says what's my favorite food? Anything with cheese in it. It says how old are you, OG? 20. Let's see. Can I play Geo by Court? No, I cannot. It says, hello. What's up, y'all? It says, you're the first one ever that noticed me in a live stream. Really? That's crazy. It says, can you give me a shout out? Shout out to Karin. Again, thank you so much for joining in. Do I know what Image X are? No, I do not. It says, there was a boy looking for me every day. What do I do? What do you mean by looking for you? What? Or looking at? Oh, looking at you. My bad. Looking at you. What do you do? Confront them. If it's like harassing you, then obviously I say like go to them or go to a principal or whatever and do it that way. But if it's not that way, then interact with them, obviously. It says, do I play Roblox? No, I do not. It says, what's my mother's maiden name? And I'm just taking out a loan in your name. Nice. If you're already taking out a loan in my name, then you already know my mother's maiden name, so there you go. You look like Fearless from Stray Kids. I'm learning that that's a troll, so I'm cool with that. Let's see here. It says, not Image X. Image next. They're a little toy line. My speech to thing is being stupid right now. Okay. Yo, Sportsy says, hi, what's good? It says, what's your name? My name is Brandon. Bobby says, hi, what's good, Bobby? It says, it's not search it up. Okay. I've already looked it up before. We got 30 in this chat right now, y'all, from reading live streams. Yo, if you're new, please drop a subscription. If you enjoy what you're seeing, then hey, I say subscribe. It's free. Do I have a black friend? Yes, I sure do. It says, shut up, it's a joke. Sweet home Alabama. Nice. It says hi. It says hi. It says, what time is it where you live? It is 4:54 currently right now in the afternoon. Just enjoying my life, y'all. It says, that was good. I know, right? Yo, Che Young says, sup, bro? Says, do you like me? I don't even know you. It says, 20, are you kidding me? You're very young. Indeed, I am. USA time, it says on my side it's 5:54, so you're on the east side of it. Okay, nice. It says, can you say my name? Samaria, is that how you say it? Samaria Cherry Palm? It says a bit of a baby face, but it's cute. Okay, it says Bobby Curley 2026 is something YouTube channel. It says it's gonna be 11 p.m. Says yes for me. Is you can wait, what is you? Here's how I'm reading this. Is you can singing? What? What do you mean by that? I love how we have 25 in this chat, y'all. If you could just stay on for 5 minutes, it really helps out my watch time. I'm trying so badly to get monetized. I'm so close to getting there. It says, by the way, I hope you're going to be popular one day because you're cool. I believe in you. Yo, I appreciate that. Stay World. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate comments like that. I do. It says, hello. It says, do I believe in God? 100%. Absolutely. It's hard funny. Say my name. Anais Hennessy. Okay, let me see here. It says right now in the AEU is 2:55 a.m. Oh my gosh. It says there's like, I don't know where, there's a little collector store and it's in the gobs of them. It says I love them and they're working. A small collection, yes. Is there 11? I've seen 30-year-old men in a collection of these. Oh nice. It says hi. It says, bro, I can't find an indoor court to save my life for me. What's up, Preston? What's up? I know there's none around here, like none. It's crazy. It says, are you American? Yes, I am. It says, if you haven't already liked or subscribed, please do. That would really help for all of our new people to see in this live. And it would help so much that I'm pinning that. It says, oh no, it says, are you Christian? Yes, I am. It says, he says, of. It says, which God? The only God there is, Jesus. It says, are you American? Yes, I am. It says, can I sing on 2 days? And God is number 3, Lex is behind. I don't know about that. It says, my mom and dad are sleeping. Nice. It says, I'm so surprised I'm older than you. I felt so old. It says, can you sing? I can sing, but I don't like to. It says, and I am not. It says, like you're here. I appreciate that. It says, that YouTube pastor reported my channel yesterday, so I took all my posts down about him, and so did he. Things almost got out of control. He said he don't mess with God's anointed. He said don't mess with God's anointed ones. Glad I backed off. There you go. It says I am too. It says I thought there was an LA Fitness around here, but there ain't. Closest one is Houston. That's insane. It says I did. It said hi. It says shout out Pla what? Let me see here. It says you do not look like Felix from Stray Kids. By the way, this is someone else. Said that you look way better than him. Okay. Here you go. Gives 98 gallons of glitter glue. 100%. It says, I'm Tagalongi. It says, you suck, bro. You suck, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. I suck so bad that I have 34 people watching me right now, and over half of them are subscribing to me. So, yes. Thank you for that great comment. See, and for those people like that, you just left, so thank you. Boom. There you go. Ivy says, hello. Says, are you good? I am good. Says hi. Says, besides from streaming, what else do I like to do in my free time? I like to play basketball. I really do. Jenny's reading every single comment. It says, I am in the back. Do I like Baby Boo? No, I do not. It says, are you live every day? Almost every day. The only day I'm not is on Sunday because I'm super busy then. It says, are you having a good day today? Yes, I am. Very much so. It says hi. It says, hi, sub. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for subscribing. Thank you. It says, are you having a good day today? Yes, I am. It says, you're kind of cute, actually. Okay. It says, bro, don't listen to haters. I don't. It says, hi. It says, hi. It says, hi. It says, are you having a nice day? I am. It says, I'm back. It says, are you having a nice day today? Yes, I am. Stephanie, thanks for joining streaming. Absolutely. Says hi. It says, can you date me? No, I will not. Let's see here. It says, I'm back. It says hello. It says, I sometimes play basketball, but on sunny days in England, it's never sunny though. Yikes. It says, what do you do? I work at Walmart. I'm a team leader over at Walmart. Let me see here. It says, do I watch anime? No, I do not. It says, he likes to get cooked like a well done steak at basketball. Good one. Good one, Preston. Good one. Good one. Just wait till I cross you through your legs like I did the last time. Let's see here. It says you don't care with my right. What? You don't care with my right? I don't know what you mean by that. It says you look like Diddy. Look nothing like Diddy. Diddy's black. Let's see here. It says you got any tips for YouTube? Be persistent and be consistent. If you can do those two things, you're going to blow up instantly. Like, it's insane. It says, but for real, y'all, Brendan is really good at basketball. I tried to, bro. There are times, though, that I have my bad days. It says, I gotta go. Love you and your channel. Appreciate that. It says, Preston, I love steak. Yes. Steak is delicious. What Walmart? A Walmart Supercenter. I ain't telling you what Walmart I work at. Let's see here. It says, thanks. What kind of comment, Joe's? Or Jose? Yes, there you go. It says, were you in the Epstein files? Everybody's been in the Epstein files, believe it or not. This is because I tag along. It says, where do I live and what is my number? You're blocked. Like, instantly blocked. Because that stuff I'm not going with. It says, OMG. It says, it's pouring outside where I am. Uh-oh. It says, bro, SGA, that's weird. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. That's way too much. That's way too much private information. I don't give that out. Oh, let's see here. It says, do I know when the Ice Cube is going to break in the sales? No, I do not. It says some people ask just weird questions. You are not wrong. It says, have I ever visited the Epstein Islands? No, I have not. It says P, whatever that is. It says hi. It says hi. Amber says hi. Let me see here. Samaria says hi. It says y'all stop mentioning Epstein. It says I'm sad. Why are you sad though? That's my question. Why are you sad on such a good day? Truly, why are you sad on such a good day? Can't believe it's the 1st of March tomorrow. Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Wow. Wow, I really didn't think about that. Wow, that's insane. That is insane. First day of March is insane, y'all. This is because why though? Let me see here. It says it's so sunny where I am right now. Love that for you. Yo. Let's see, Jaleesa. Jaleesa says hi. Says my sister is having a C-section on March 9th. Congratulations to you for that. 24 days till my birthday. Absolutely. It says, are you gay mean happy? If it means happy, then yes. It's a secret. Why does it have to be a secret? Did somebody like break up with you? Like what happened at this point? Oh my gosh. I was wondering where you were at. I knew you would come in this chat. Oh, Mr. Yo. Bro, I'm getting real close to having to write yo on my forehead for a stream, bro. Let's see here. It says, did I know my birthday is in March? I don't think I did, and that's sad that I don't remember that. Let's see here. It says, what is my favorite hobby? Basketball. It says, are you a zesty boy? No, I'm not. It says, what's good? It says, that one video that you were flying? Yes, I know, right, y'all? We doing real good on that one. It says, I will give you 2 hints about why I'm sad and scared. Oh, wow, that sounds like a muse. Okay. It says, I had knee surgery, and on the day I figured out that I had a smaller surgery and a bigger one, and I'm really scared right now. Ooh, there's no point to be scared, y'all. It's going to be all right. Surgeries are good because usually you get knocked out, and that's about it. Yo, Linda. Linda says, hi, what's good? Says, yo, you. Says, yo, I thought you hated me. No, I don't. Let me see here. It says, what music do I listen to? It's Christian music, bro, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, yes, over in the UK, yes, and y'all got war as well. Yep, that's understandable. We're in one too as well, so I mean, it is what it is. What is this channel about? Usually I read comments, sometimes I'll do games. It's not too often that I do, but I'll do games every once in a while, so it's like, you know, it is what it is. But yes. Nini Pollux says hi. Says I'm going to the doctor because of my fingers. Says I'm in the UAE. Says yo, you were concerned where I was. Yeah, for a hot minute. Let's see here. Says I'm going to my friend to a birthday party tomorrow at a trampoline park. I'm so excited. Her name is Mila. Mila, can you say happy birthday and a shout out? Shout out to Mila and happy birthday to you. Let's see, what is my favorite song? Great Jehovah by Indiana Bible College. Says hi, says this in the UAU. Says, and it says, what up? It says hi with RGPS2. No. It says in a war. It says, I had subscribed to your channel and I appreciate the subscription. I really do. Thank you so much. Sorry to what's going on in the UAE. Hope says Foss, says hello, says I, says yo. Is Strike a good username for my YouTube channel? No, it is not. It says, can you say my name? One Last Drifts. By the way, I want to ask how it's like in America. I live far from there. America's not bad. I mean, you can have what you would call freedom in a sense. It's just not anything bad. I don't want to say it. You don't have to say it. That's fine. It says, are you a Christian? Yes, I am. It says, thanks. It says, guess how many dogs I have? Let's say 3. It says, I'm in the UK. Nice. We do have a lot of, like, fattening foods, is what I would say. But as far as living-wise, we're still free. We can choose what we do, when we do it, how we do it, but yeah. It says, Sam, it says, what is my sub goal? What is your sub goal? My sub goal is to get 10,000. Honest to God, I want to get 10,000 so bad. It says it's raining. That's a bummer. It says born or found. What do you mean born or found? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean born as a Christian or found as a Christian? Let me see here. It says, have I had Raising Cane's before? Yes, I have. I have. It says, hi, good luck. It says, thank you. Appreciate that, bro. It says, I'm bleeding. It says, I have 4 dogs. What's my favorite food? Anything with cheese. It says, that's okay. It says, yes. It says, thank you. It says, Amber, I got right. It said, 4 dogs. Carb says, hi. It says, Lucky, how was it? I've always wanted to try it. It's not bad. It's just a fact of, like, the sauce is the only good part. And it's literally the only thing that they sell there is chicken tenders. Literally, it says my tooth is bleeding. Yikes! It says no one cares. Ha! Wow. What time is it? 5:06 says yo on your forehead. I know. That's what I was saying. Yo on my forehead with the permanent Sharpie. It's coming up soon. It says, can I get a shout out, please? I will like. I promise. Shout out to Homer Wynn. Thank you so much for joining in on this stream. Much appreciated. Says, what is your name? My name is Brandon. It says, hello, a cookie has popped in. How are you today? I'm doing great. It says, hi, Bobby. Nice. Thank you for this, the light, bro. I appreciate it. It says, do I like somebody? No, I do not. It says, stop being mean. It says, tie it to the door. One nice dress to get some water and swirl it around your mouth. Let me see. To me, it says, okay. That's Samaria. Aiden says hi. Says, is my name Aiden? What's good, Aiden? Says, can I please do Wolf Quest game on live stream? I don't even know what Wolf Quest is. It says, I got a tissue. No, I'm so glad that you were able to get your tooth fixed. I know that sucks. I've switched water around my mouth with that before, and it's so nasty. Would I be willing to play Overwatch 2? Maybe one day. Maybe. Right about what's up? Oh, how's my day going? My day is not bad. I'm enjoying it so far. It says, wow, lucky guess, Barbie. Let me see here. It says 2026. It says, how old am I? I'm 20. It says, hey, Bobby, where do I live? Oh, that's crazy. It says, says, good one. Ha, last one, Jared says, hi. What is good? Samantha, how are we doing? Let me see here. It says, bye-bye, see you tomorrow. Actually, you won't see me tomorrow. I'm not doing the live tomorrow. Let's see. It says, JK, I hope your tube will be good. It says, haha. It says, I'm sorry I didn't hear you reply to. Nah, you're good. You're good. Let's see here. It says, I'm the only mod in here. It says, sorry I didn't hear you reply to my comment because my brother was talking to me and he was really loud. You're good. It says, hello, I'm Miley. Hi, Miley. How are you doing? Had a fever and my throat hurts. I'm sorry to hear about that. I know that sucks. Yes, Jesus Christ is King. Absolutely. It says I've had my teeth bleed a bit when I was younger and it was horrible, but it will be okay. It says, yo, can you try not to ban me again? Can you try not to be smart or anything? And I won't. Yo, let me see here. It says, Nat says hi. It says, Jesus loves you. It says, can I please go upset? What? Let me see here. It says, right now it's in UAE. 3 a.m. That's insane. It says, you seem smart. I'm a smart mouth. I promise you I'm a smart mouth. I don't know about smart, but I can be a smart mouth. Let's see here. It says, go upstairs, please. I don't have it upstairs. Let's see here. Rebecca says hi. It says, hi, Rebecca. Hope you're well. I'm so scared. There's no need to be scared, y'all. Like, if you're driven by fear, there's no need to be scared over anything. That is nothing you can control. Smart mouse is crazy. No, I said smart mouth. Says, I want to cry. There is no need to cry, I promise you. Honest to God. Says, do I know Dubai? I mean, I've heard of it, but that's about it. It says, hi. It says, WW. It says, scared why? She won't tell us why. Let's see here. It says, oh my. Let's see here. It says, have I seen the news? No, not really, and I don't really care about it either. That's why I'm okay and everybody else isn't. It says, can I see your house? No, you cannot. Dubai is in war. Cool. It says, tell me. It says this, which is really yo. It says, please pray for UAE. No, I don't mind doing that. I can definitely do that. It says, we all know what's going on in Dubai. But it's not all about it because it's really upsetting. Yeah, I can be. It's just today I went to the hospital and I know that sucks. Why'd you go to the hospital? It says, yo, you better wash your mouth before something in it. Yeah, that's where you're getting banned, bud. I do what I please in this channel. Let me see here. It says everything will be okay. Jesus will protect you. It says I want to cry. It says I learned a good lesson. Never start beef with God's only ones, because play with fire you get burnt, right? It says Jesus loves you, but also I have a weird bulb in my finger. That's why I'm in the doctor's. Okay. It says my yogurt is hard as a rock and I can't eat with my Oreo. Don't know what you mean by that. Let me see here. Has been praying for you guys in the UAE. Let me see. I broke my leg. Yikes. It says, yo, what's up? I miss you. I appreciate the message, y'all. I miss everyone who isn't able to make it a lot. It says, yeah, True Dubai is in the war, but also Al Dubai. It says, and Arizona, listening to music to let your cry out, right? Arizona says, looking good, bro. Appreciate that. Godzilla, thank you. It says, what's your dream country to visit? Ireland or somewhere like that. Kimberly Mitchell says, hey. It says, shall I pray for you? Yeah, Samaria. There you go. It says, going to dinner reception tonight. Had a lot of fine ladies. I'm going to be there wearing my favorite three-piece black pinstripe suit. Love that for you, Prince. That is awesome, bro. Let's see here. It says, you know what happened in the West? I really don't. It says, thank you. Please don't say it to anyone. No, I mean, I'm not saying anything about that. It says, Iraq and Iran, right? It says, hi. Can I do a shout out for Sanella Quintilla? I don't know why I would do Sanella Quintilla. I don't even know what that means. Or Quintilia, however you say it. It says, don't ban me, but Trump needs to lay off the fake tan. No, you ain't lying. You're not lying on that. And it says, I used to live in Arizona, but now I live in Colorado. We love that for you. It says, I ran an AU also. She's a singer. Oh, okay. It says, dear to all of us, or to all of the people in the UAE, hope you guys are all safe. It's terrible to hear what you're going through. Sending love from the UK and the USA. Yeah, Lord knows that we y'all definitely need some help. Do UK that? It says, I love Trump. Trump is pretty cool, bro. He is. I don't care what anybody says. I love Trump. I love Donald Trump. It says, yes, countries will protect you. There you go. 100%. It says, do you know that in the morning a bomb was there? I saw. That's crazy. It says, Ireland got bombed according to The Simpsons. That's insane. It says, Foss is where am I from? I forgot. Texas. Alex, the box dude, says, hey, Brendan, I'm back. What's up, my guy? How are we doing today? He says, yeah. And then a hi. V says, hi, says Samantha. Or Samaria, I'm sorry, Samaria. It'll be okay. You'll be safe. Just stay positive. Texas, Brendan is from. It says, I feel very alone, man. I'm from India. Love that for you, brother. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate you joining in. Can I give you a shout out? Shout outs to Tammy. It says Kai Trump after watch this live. Right. It says okay. So my mom is missing, and plus it says you probably never heard of digital ID. No, I haven't. It says go to sleep. It said hi. It says you still. It says too late. Lola says I'd get nuked. Right. That's here. It says, do I still remember that thing I told you? About which part? There's been a few things you've told me. Oh, don't tell me you're talking about that island, bro. If you're talking about the island, no, I still haven't looked it up, dude. I probably won't ever look it up. Yeah, the night marches. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. From the island, I'm probably never gonna look that up if I'm being so real with you. I'm just being honest, bro. That's just me. That's just me personally. It says yeah. Epstein Island's is the stupidest thing ever. It's where like kids got all kinds of things done to them that should have never been done to them. Excuse me. I'm telling you, see, my eyes be doing that sometimes. Alvia says hi. Says what? Hearts for Bubbles says hi. Not that island. It says, can I be mod? My mods are full. It says, bless you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness, it says Garden Island. No, I've still never heard of that either. I'm sorry to get stopped up, y'all, and that sucks. It says, please don't ask to be mod. He won't get to be one if you keep asking. The fish, yeah, the fish says, oh, yeah. A bunch of dots. Cool. It says in Hawaii. Yeah, now that I've never heard of. Ever. Trump doesn't do anything. Have you ever seen your other former president, Joe Biden? That dude didn't do jack crap except slip over his own 2 feet. That's all he ever did. Dang weirdos, not you, Brendan. Right? It says, yeah, he just puts a fake 10 on. Right, no offense, he's not bad. It says, Trump is going to save you. Save us. Yeah, he will. He really will. He'll actually do something. It says, I'm deaf. Cool. It says, I'm back, guys. This is Brandon. I'm going to get going. Thanks for the impeccable stream today, dude. Sending love from the UK. Thank you so much, Bobby. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Thank you. Nearly says hi. It says, please shout me out. Maddie. Shout outs to Maddie Carter. Thank you so much for joining in on the stream. It says, me too. It says, bro, he let Iran nuke Israel, like, bro, yeah, he let them do that so that way we can go in and protect them. Duh, we're allies with Israel. The only country we're allies with is Israel. So whenever they nuked Israel, they nuked us. So that's why we're in war with them right now. And that's exactly why we're in war with Iran right now. That exact reason is the reason why we're in war right now. Like, let's be so for real. I'm the same person from yesterday playing Blookit. Yo, thank you so much for joining in again. This time I'm just reading comments. And Ellie says, okay. But there's a reason why Donald Trump let that happen, you know. That's what I'm getting at. But that truly is besides the point. The point today is to just read y'all's comments. And if that so happens to pop up, then it pops up. But other than that, yeah, no. By the way, I'm in Columbia, Minion. Nice. Love that for you. Says, man, says hi. It says, remember the time he got almost shot in the ear, but he moved? I do remember that. I do. It's a country. You know why that is? Because Jesus wanted him in office. If he didn't want him in office, he'd have got shot and he'd have got killed. That would have been it. Or unalived. I'm sorry, YouTube. Let me say unalived so that way I don't get demonetized and shut down for that. I'm sorry, YouTube. I didn't mean that. It says, do I remember you? It's been a while since I've seen you. That's for sure. I know that's the truth. It's been a good while since I've seen you. It says, oh yeah, it says God protect them. It says OMG. It says, you have a massive forehead. We can play football. I know. I could make it even bigger if you wanted to, like, for real. It says, hey, it says, can I do a Blookit? I'll do one tomorrow or something like that. No, not tomorrow. Probably the next time I live stream, like Monday. In 307. I don't know what that is, but okay. It says, that's mean. But he's truthful, though. He's being truthful about it, so, I mean, that's all right. It ain't gonna bother me if you tell him the truth. It says, oh, man, please. It says this. It says, that means rotate your phone. Why do I want to rotate my phone? For what? For what cause or reason would I want to rotate my phone? I can't believe I had 30 in this live stream. That's pretty cool. Ha! We people in there. Okay, cool, bro. Do I know? Okay, so yes, I do. It says, can I rap? No, I cannot. Oh, what's up? There's a verified YouTuber. Yo, what's good? It's been a while since I've had a verified YouTuber. Yo, 150,000 subscribers. Bro, thank you so much for joining in on this. I appreciate that. Yo, if you would, please, can you drop a subscription for me and give me a shout out on your channel? Like, I would love that so much, dude. Please, please, please. BSRG, please, is there any way, my guy, that you could go and give me a shout out on your channel? Like, it would help me out so much. I know you don't know me, but please, please, bro, it would help out so much. Let's see here. It says, you play Roblox? No, I do not play Roblox. It says, I will host a Blookit and then you can join because you're the best. Appreciate that. It says, keep going, man. And I appreciate that. I really do. You know what? I'm going to pin you. I'm going to go ahead and pin you. Yes, I am. I'm going to go ahead and pin you. Thank you so much for being in on this live. Let me see here. It says, what's good, Brands? It says, want to donate of 100? Yeah, I would love a donation of 100, but I don't get that. It says, whenever I see. Nice. It says, I was good. It says, I'm trying to donate to the homeless. Yeah, I need it. It says, my leg has a headache. That's a new one. I never heard that one before. It says, Brendan, do I think I'm going to die? No, I don't. It says, I'm going to tell you this as an advice of someone big shouts out. Don't really do what you think they're doing. Collabing with smaller creators and getting up in the ranks is the better way for it. Yo, I appreciate that advice, my guy. I really do. Thank you so much for that. It says, when is the Blookit? It'll be like in a couple days. It says, I watch your live every time I see it. Appreciate that. It says, you won't die. It says, join my live. It says, okay. It says, JK, I'm poor. It says, you're safe with your parents. It says, nah, legs don't get those. It says, hi, are you Christian? Yes, I am. It says, I'm only 9. It says, join my live, Charles. Nice. But yeah, it says, doing the live. Okay. It says, I'm going to tell you this as an advice of somebody big. Shoutouts don't really do what you think they do. Collabing with other small creators and getting up in the ranks is the better way about it. Nice. Now, that's actually sound advice. That's actually legit. It says, I'm tired. How's life going? Life for me is going pretty good, y'all. I'm enjoying it so far. We just had a verified YouTuber come in. Hey, I can't ask for better. It says, I went to the hospital last year and the doctor says my knee pain was an illness. It says, I'm super scared. No need to be. It says, when is the Blookit? What is the Blookit? Okay, bud. Here you go. Remove. It says, if I sent one, who would one of these lives? I'll tell them about you. Appreciate that. It says, like that doctor needs to get demonetized. Yeah. You ain't lying, y'all. You ain't lying. But yes, y'all, that's awesome. Got a verified YouTuber coming in. Love that. Gave me some good advice, too. Collabing with more small content creators. Yeah, I could definitely do that. I'm not going to lie. Because then you get connections that way and you can go about your day. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So, do you think we're going to be safe? Yes. Under the hands of Donald Trump? Yes, I do. 100%. I absolutely do think so. That's just me personally. But yeah. But I'm not gonna lie though, that's actually legit. I love that. There you go. That's some sound advice right there. But yes, y'all, with that being said, we finally got us a verified YouTuber. So thank you so much, y'all, for joining in. I appreciate that. I hope y'all take care. I hope y'all have a great day. And I will catch y'all not tomorrow, but the day afterwards. I hope y'all take care, and I hope y'all have a good one. Continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Y'all take care, and y'all have a good one.